Hey familia, Igni here, welcome back to Shadowverse, and today we're going to be showcasing a hybrid swordcraft, aggro plus mid, plus a bit of storm. Honestly, getting so tired of playing the same decks over and over again, and I just wanted to mix things up. This is a deck list that I basically lifted straight from a Japanese player named Amano Satoshi. The only difference is that he runs 3 Wind Gods, and I don't have 3 Wind Gods, so I run 2 Sage Commanders in its place. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I haven't really tested the deck enough to come up with a conclusive result on that. As the name implies, the deck is a aggro plus mid-range hybrid with a lot of early game that's quite strong and buffs for that early game like Princess Vanguard, and then it spirals into the mid with stuff like Wind God to buff your early game, and Albert and Alwida and Gilgamesh to finish it off, front guard generals to survive into the late game, and Fangblade Slayers if you need to get through wards. And honestly, it's been doing pretty alright. And plus I wanted an excuse to run Aurelia Regal Saber without running Control Sword, like pure Control Sword, because I just don't have a lot of the legendaries for pure Control Sword. See if we can't climb some ranks. I've been stuck at this freaking rank for 9 million years, and it sucks because I've been losing games to disconnects of all things even. And that's the most frustrating thing of all time. I think Shadowverse needs to implement a reconnect feature ASAP. Now, if you haven't seen my channel update video that I uploaded really recently, basically, the gist of it is that my main channel, Ignideus LP, I'm gonna make it so that it only focuses on Shadowverse and other card games, and other gameplay stuff is gonna be on my second channel, Ignideus 2, so youtube.com/Ignideus2 if you're interested in that. But for now, I just feel like this is the best way to, the best direction to take my channel. That is to specialize in card games and Shadowverse specifically for the main channel, just to make sure that all the content I produce is stuff that you guys actually want to watch. Alright, so against Runecraft, you know, it's pretty obviously gonna be Daria, and if it's Dirt Rune, it's gonna be pretty tough also. I feel like the Runecraft matchup is quite difficult either way. Here comes Dr. Overpowered. I don't mean to be salty, but I'm so sick of this guy. I'm so sick of him. Oh man, Levy. We need to kill him before he gets to his evolve turn. But then, it's whenever they play Levy on 2, I find that most of the time they also have another Levy for 5. Just to play with the Crimson Sorcery later on. So this is Dirt Rune. It's like a Dirt Spell Boost hybrid or something. Because this is interesting. I didn't really expect a Craig. I didn't really expect a Craig. So let's just play the Novice Trooper here. Go run through that ward and go face. So the good thing about not running pure aggro in this matchup is that in pure aggro you run out of steam so quickly, and against something like this, which is a Dirt Rune, you have more late game. Although I'm confused now, like this seems like Dirt Rune, but at the same time they're running all these minions that are not typical of Dirt Rune, like Clark and all this. The only reason I say it's a Dirt Rune is because they have this Scrap Iron Smelter, but this could just be Daria with like a few techs in, and that would be problematic for me actually. Yeah, we gotta be wary of the Calamitous Curse too coming up at 6. Hopefully he doesn't have it. It's very likely that he has Daria in this deck, seeing what he's played so far, but that Scrap Iron Smelter is throwing me for a loop. Yeah, speak of the devil. Here she is in all her glory. Yeah, we are screwed. We can't deal with that. Oh goodness. Ogler? Any Oglers? Probably gonna evolve the Daria, right? If I imagine. Because if he evolves the Daria, I can't kill it with Albert unscathed, which is a huge problem. Oh boy. That's a hell of a card. How do I win? Isn't that the question? If I trade with Albert to the Daria, I lose so much value. And then I end up behind on the board too, so I have to evolve Albert, trade with Daria, and then trade Emilu. And I lose out on so much. I can't do that. I can't do that in good conscience, but I don't really have any better plays either. I think I'll just go face maybe. Go face with the Albert. And the problem with that is that he just has removal later on. So now if he wants, he can trade this in and play Calamitous Curse. He could play lots of things that just get rid of my Albert entirely. Petrification, for example, is really bad. Should have been quicker. With a bang and a boom. Yeah, well, this is balanced. I'm sweating under my collar a little bit here. I don't really know what to do. The reason why it's a hybrid list is so that we don't run out of steam here, but we just didn't get some very good draws. I feel like the Sage Commander is kind of underwhelming. Of course, he gets the Ogler here. Evolve the Daria, trade, and go face for 9, and then I lose, right? I mean, there's nothing I can do at that point. Oh boy. Evolve the Ogler. What? And then Crimson Sorcery. Or Piercing Rune. I guess I should have seen that one coming.
So this is the end.
Oh man, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I mean, okay, I know it's overdone to rant about Daria. And I'm not gonna rant, I'm not gonna rant. I swear I'm not gonna rant right here. But I'm just saying, I've seen some defense squad come out every time I talk about it, saying how it's not that powerful. I highly disagree. I'm actually trying to climb, but I'm climbing the wrong way. I'm climbing down. I don't want to climb down the ladder. Straight to the basement. Fighting another Swordcraft. Hopefully we can win this one out.
Stand back. I have this covered.
Going first, I need to replace these. If I was going second, I would consider keeping the Floral Fencer. Of course I get the Floral Fencer again. You know, there's 40 cards in the deck and I just redraw the same one. That's fine. A turn 1 would be great here to combo with Princess Vanguard rather. No turn 1 though. If he doesn't play anything significant on turn 1, I can just play the Maid Leader. If he plays a Vanguard here, I'm going to play Veteran Lancer probably. If not, then Maid Leader is the play. Okay, so I'm going to play Maid Leader here, just to draw. And there's our Quick Waiter. So we can actually Quick Waiter Princess Vanguard here if we want. We have our turn 6 with Sage Commander there. That's the one thing that I'm kind of iffy about on the Sage Commander instead of the Wind God tech, because the Maid Leader ends up drawing the Sage Commander more often than not, instead of stuff like Aurelia and Albert, which are decidedly more valuable. Buff the Quick Waiter here. So yeah, you can see the aggression of the deck coming into play here. It's a mid-range deck hybrid with aggro, so it still has a really good early game if you get the right draws. But it has more late game to be able to deal with more aggressive matchups and stuff like that. Just so that you can turn the tide in matchups that would otherwise be unfavorable. Trade, right? Do I trade one of these? Or do I just go face? Veteran Lancer, Quick Blader, go face. If he clears my board, I get to play the Floral Fencer Evolve with Vanguard next turn. This is fine by me. If he doesn't clear the board, then he's got a painful turn 6 coming up. I expect that he's going to play a Floral Fencer here. That's about what I expected. Evolve, trade, and then next turn I get to evolve, trade my Floral Fencer into his.
My loyalty is ironclad.
So he's going to trade here probably. So he's going to run the 1-2 into the 2-1 and then another one into the Maid Leader. Or you know, a Quick Waiter, I suppose. I think he's going to trade into the Maid Leader here. Oh, or the Quick Blader. I don't think he's gonna, yeah. There's no way he's gonna trade into the Maid Leader. He needs to stifle the damage here. The Ignideus is really good too. I will actually trade one of these. I'll play the Vanguard anyway. It's fine. Problem with this is that he can trade the 1-1 into the 4-1 now. But if I can bait him, then I can play the Sage Commander next turn and then go face. Just gotta bait him. Real baits. The Aurelia kind of hurts, but we got the Sage Commander to try and break through it. Probably gonna evolve it though. So what's that now? 8 trades into 2-2 here. Doesn't. Now I have to trade 2 things. Oh, I've only over turn 8, right? Unfortunate. Yeah, this sucks. This kind of sucks, but you know, you do what you gotta do. Trading might be more favorable there, but I want to go face here. I really want to go face. Push the aggression. Should have expected an Aurelia there, though. This is Control Sword, after all. So next turn we have 7 play points, so we get to play the Allidas. No questions asked. He still has an evolve point though. Could be rough. Yeah, see the problem is that
shall not waver.
We kind of got screwed by that veteran lancer all of a sudden.
My armor's been pierced.
Ooh. So Albert comes into play. I think all white is still better, right? And then next turn Fangblade, then next turn Albert for the finish.
You're safe with me, Captain.
Do I attack or just leave it? If I leave it, I'm vulnerable to Whole Souled Swing, right? That's not super unlikely. I can trade with the Fangblade Slayer next turn because it has Rush and it attacks face anyway, regardless of anything. And also, if they play a ward here like Aurelia, the Fangblade Slayer leads into the Albert turn. Given that they don't play Aurelia after. So mid leader into Aurelia probably. Or Albert here even. And I'll trade the 4-1 in. And then go face with 4. If I can connect Fangblade Slayer, I can connect with the... Yeah, see, I knew that he had the Hold Soul Swing in the wings, which is why I traded the 3-2 there. This is fine. I can play the Fangblade and trade into the 4-1 here. And then next turn I have the Albert to finish off, given that he doesn't kill me here. Albert just finishes him. If he has a ward, then I'm kind of screwed. The main leader could have drawn Aurelia, which is the problem, right? Main leader could have drawn Aurelia. On my blade, victory and prosperity are yours. But if it does draw Aurelia, then he'll have to trade all of his minions into my Fangblade Slayer to avoid it getting killed. And I can deal with that, probably. Because then I can kill the Aurelia with the Albert. But then I don't have the damage for face. So ideally he doesn't play a ward here. But that maid leader says otherwise. Something like a front guard general would screw me over. Well, we just have to wait and see what he plays. He's thinking long and hard about his turn. I don't think he's out of it yet. Does he have lethal here? Nah, he's trading.
Apologies, sir.
Goes face for 5. And ends turn. Okay. Lethal. GG. Good thing we kept the Albert in the wings then. That was a proper play. Woo! Made it. I'm liking this deck though. It's a lot of fun to play. That's for sure. Something different. Hybrid sword. It's something different. It's something that is fun to play on the ladder and still can win you some games. So you should try it out if you have the cards. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you did. Don't if you didn't. And subscribe for more Shadowverse in the very near future. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.